Welcome to Coaching the Brave podcast with Yvonne Chase. I am Yvonne Chase, and I am here to provide you positivity and possibility because hope and community is something that we all strive for and we all really need. So enjoy and sit back. I am so thankful that you are here another week because what we're going to be discussing here is just so many fun people who are not only part of the military community, but who are also part of the civilian community and who have things to offer for the military. And it's not only about interviews and chatting together, but it's also about experiences of coaching and meditations and just fun little quirky things that come to mind that I just want to share with you. And I hope that they bring you a light at the end of the day to take with you to the rest of the week. And I hope you really enjoy. Without further ado, let's get into it. We are here this week to celebrate the children of the military. I want to dedicate this episode for all of you because you are amazing, amazing people. You really are. From the very, very newborn to the almost out of high school teenager, young adult. I thank you, military child, because you might have had this amazing life, but there are also some bumps in the road, and we do not want to disregard those. We want to definitely have that nurturing and have that support there for you. And there is, thankfully, there is. We just have to be there for you. And you have to, you know what you have to do. But in light of April 2023 and the month of the military child, what I want to do is just praise you because you are this amazing person, people. And there are misconceptions about being a military child. And we do get a lot of, oh, you're a military child. That must be so hard. Or, oh man, I don't know. What do you think about that? They have these assumptions and then they ask us, well, what do you think about that? Because we never know, right? But there is judgment there. And so today, let's do the reverse. Let's acknowledge that military kids are just adventurers. They are exploratory, they're flexible, they're strong, resilient, they're resourceful, they're fierce, flexible, interesting, unique, and dedicated to whatever it is they put their heart to. And I want to praise you for that. I have my own two military kids, and I was a military kid. And back then we were called military brats. And it might just be because we were just a little bit spoiled than the average Joe, but with good reason, right? Our families do go through things that the average Joe does not. And that's not to say that we are on a pedestal, but that's also to say, hey, we are very proud of being a family of a soldier or airman or seaman that proudly serves their country. So thank you, military children all over the world. I dedicate this to you. Hello, my podcasting people, my audience, my listeners. I'm so excited that you are here for another week. Thank you so much for coming here every day, every week. I appreciate your loyalty and I appreciate you and your devotion for this podcast. Today, I have a very special little guest. He loves all the colors of the rainbow except for what? Purple, pink, and light purple.
Yeah.
And he loves geography and he loves kittens and he's just an overall funny little man. He's my son, Calvin Chase, and he's in second grade. He's 7 years old, and I'm honored to have him on the show today. How are you doing, Calvin?
Good.
Very awesome. How did you spend your Sunday?
It was good. I
Yeah?
went to church, and then I went to Home Depot, and then came back home.
Oh my goodness, so cool. That sounds like a fun day. So, we are here to explain and to kind of explore the little mind of a military kid. Just like we did in Military Kid Part 1, we're gonna have this as, um, Are You a Military Kid Part 2. So, Calvin, what do you know about who you are in as a military kid?
Mhm. But, but I know as a military kid that he, I, he have a military family, and my dad is in the army.
Very nice, absolutely. And how do you feel being a military kid? Do you like it? Do you not like it?
I like it because sometimes I could actually go to my dad's work, and I can look at the helicopters, and sometimes we go into the sometimes go in the cockpit in the helicopters, and sometimes go in the back where heli all the helicopters are and all the flying things are, and when they take off, and there I could see Mount Rainier.
Yes. So we're in the PNW. So we are in Washington State, and Mount Rainier is everywhere. On sunny days, we can see her from Daddy's work. We can see from our home. We can see from the highway, right? Can you see Mount Rainier from school?
No,
No. Yeah, I could. Yeah, I guess not, huh? Because she's towards the side and back of your school. Your school's kind of angled to the south or the north, kinda. So tell me, Calvin, when you go visit daddy and you're in the cockpit, what are you in? What type of aircraft?
well, most of the time I'm in a Chinook,
Nice.
and sometimes I go into different helicopters, but mostly just a Chinook.
What do you like about the Chinook? The cockpit or something else?
I like that a lot of people can go on it, and it's like a bus that flies, but it has pillars, and I'm used to going on a bus, and I like it because it flies, and sometimes you can jump out of it,
Mhm.
and sometimes if you're like a manic, sometimes you can test if a manic can jump out with a um a
A mannequin, you mean?
yeah, a mannequin can
Okay.
jump out, and you test if when he jumps out, he can jump out with an umbrella going down, and you could test if you could do it with
Parachute?
yeah,
Yeah. Do you think a parachute which one would work better, the parachute or the umbrella?
the parachute.
Yeah, probably, huh? What would happen if you went down with an umbrella?
I think if you went if you jumped down just walking and then fall,
Mhm.
then I think it'll work a little good. And then if you jump, then that like gets you high, so that gives you more speed. That
Mm,
makes you go down really fast, so it won't work. The top of the umbrella would just flip up,
mhm.
so then you would just go down really fast.
Right. Yeah, we don't want that, huh? We wanna keep the mannequin safe because then what? That means what?
You could test it more if they made like a different kind of parachute.
Mhm.
They could test it out, and if it works, then they could keep it. If it doesn't work, they could just like give it to someone.
Right. So if it works with the parachute well, then we can try it on live soldiers, right? Yeah, and then they could have fun jumping off the helicopter and the parachutes and then get their trainings and be ready for action, right? Hmm. That's one of my bucket lists. I want to go skydiving. Yeah. So, Calvin, what do you not like about your daddy being in the army?
That sometimes he goes on a military trip, and I don't like that because is I have to wait until he is coming back, and I don't like army because when he goes, I have to stay with his mom and sister.
And you don't like us?
Well, a little.
You only like a little bit of us. Okay. Hey, you know what though? What do you miss most about your daddy when he's gone?
That he lets me play GTA when he's here sometimes, and when he's gone, I don't know how to play the video games on in the PS5 or Xbox. So I don't really I can't really play anything other than the Switch and the phone
Mhm.
and the computer.
What else do you like? Well, what do you like about your daddy being in the
Because I like it because I think it will let me work.
army? Okay. Yeah. 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 As military kiddos, they don't know any different. They were born into the army, so they don't know what civilian life is like. And this is all they know is military life. And so tell me about some adventures that you've had as a military kid.
Well, some of my adventures, sometimes I we would like move to different states that the military goes, so we have to follow the military. And like we started off in Tennessee to Washington, and it was really boring in the drive to Washington because it was like I didn't have fun, and I would get a lot nauseous,
Mhm.
and I would need to throw up, and sometimes there wouldn't be a stop.
Mhm. Yeah. A lot of long roads without any rest areas and a lot of stretch of road that didn't have much of a shoulder. And we really had to be careful on where we stopped with little kiddos. And then Daddy was in the truck with the hauling the trailer, the RV with the puppies, and then you, Jasmine, and I were in my car. So we had to really follow each other slow and steady and make sure that we were, being safe out there. Yeah. So, but did you see different states?
Yeah, I got to go from Tennessee to Washington, and I got to see a lot of stuff.
Yeah. What was your favorite one? Do you remember what states we traveled through, Calvin?
Well, we went through Tennessee, Kentucky, Illinois, Missouri, Kansas, Colorado, Utah,
Wyoming.
Wyoming, Idaho, and Oregon.
Yes. That was like 9 states, wasn't it? My goodness. I think we stayed in Colorado 2 days because mommy got mountain sickness. I hit the um, hypoxia level, even though I was deep breathing and I was doing everything that I possibly could to relax and really get in my oxygen. I got some lightheadedness, and I don't think I've been the same since. Colorado was beautiful, but it definitely hit mommy hard, huh? And then we were able to stay at KOAs, which was so much better um, for us because we had 3 dogs, a ferret, and a tortoise with us. So staying at a hotel overnight was not going to be fun for us. Definitely camping out in the summer while we PCS was a dream. It was great because we brought our bikes. We were able to find some bouncy bubbles at some KOAs, so we were able to bounce. That was fun. So I highly recommend that for military families. If you want to even camp out at some of the cabins, if you don't have a camper, definitely while you're PCSing, try to stay at KOA at least 1 or 2 nights. It's a lot cheaper and it's just much more fun for the family. Lots of parks. So you don't have to go in a hotel, stay there. And then you can have a bonfire and have like hot dogs or hamburgers or even make some, veggies, like roasted veggies and
And
stuff.
make s'mores.
Yeah. We even discovered some foods that we would make as tradition for all the other times that we will go camping, right? Do you remember
Yeah.
those?
Hot pigs.
Hot pigs.
They're hot dogs that are covered up in bacon, and they're
Hmm.
really yummy. You should try them.
So what we do is we take a hot dog and we wrap the bacon around it. Yes, it's very greasy, very salty, and very fattening. But when you're camping and making memories, who the heck cares? And yeah, it was really yummy, fun, awesome. So, buddy, is there something that you miss when we moved away from Tennessee?
Well, I miss Tennessee and Kentucky because those are the only states that I stayed in for a very, very, very long time, and I'm not really used to uh, Washington that much. I still have to get used to the cities in Washington because I don't really know when I get into the city. And they are really nice, and my cousins are like the nicest people I met. And in Tennessee, I made a lot of good friends. But one of my friends named Connor, he moved to Hawaii, and mm, I was really sad when he moved because he was one of my best friends, and also who are one of my neighbors moved it to um North Carolina, and I was really sad. I started crying, and it was really sad.
Yeah, absolutely. We get some waves of emotion, I noticed, for moving up here, and we get homesickness and, missing our cousins, people that we're supposed to traditionally be close to and have memories with and do family events with. And that's something daddy's very used to. And for me, I didn't have that either. I had, you know, various occasions in my life where I would get together with my family and it would be as if no time had passed. But I definitely felt that longing that you feel, that missing of the best friends and the missing of your cousins. And, technology can help with that. How has technology helped you stay close with your cousins and your friends?
Messenger kids was is it nice for me to keep contact with my friends, but the only friend that I don't have on Messenger kids is one of my friends named Grady, and he was is really nice to me. But then in uh in Halloween, I got to go back to Tennessee, and I got to see my friend Grady, but I couldn't see my friend Lucas.
But what did you do during the summer with Lucas?
Well, during the summer, um, I had fun, and one time I had a sleepover with him, and it was really fun.
Right. And so sometimes where we move to, our friends have family there and they can come up to visit, which is what happened when Lucas came to visit his grandma. They lived in Oregon. And so when we got here to Washington, we were able to meet with Lucas in Oregon and we saw the Pacific Ocean and we saw the sand and we hung out with them together. And that was really unique. Certain situations in the military can have really, really fun effects on travel and placement when we're in different cities and different states and everything, even different countries. And so, yeah, keeping contact through technology. I was able to talk with his mom and really um, organize that for you guys. And then the portal has helped us out. The Meta Facebook portal has really helped us, right? To stay in contact
Mhm.
with family, our cousins. You guys talk all the time, huh? Play games on there. Absolutely. So, Calvin, tell me, what do you like about Washington now?
Well, I like that sometimes it gets warm on the weekends, and I have a really nice church because at my church I can go into the back and do fun things. Like there's like a teacher there, and I get to like do play games.
Ah,
And sometimes I watch shows and movies because today that's what happened.
yeah, that is so cool. And it's growing little by little every day. Today there was a baby in there. Very awesome, buddy. So, is there anything that you would like to tell other military kids about being a military kid? Something positive or something empowering that will give them all hope? What about one word?
When your dad or mom, if they go on a work trip, don't get it mad or sad because they'll be back.
Now, I know that some families out there in the military are gold star families, and your mom or dad did not come back. And with you, I hold so much compassion and so much love and prayer that whatever it is that you feel, whether that is anger or sadness or pure and imaginable love and understanding, we're here for you. And we pray that you are living your best life because your mom and dad is still with you and has never left you. And we love you so much. Thank you for your sacrifices and your commitment to this military life. We pray for you and your happiness. Well, everyone, thank you so much for listening to Calvin today. And I hope that there are some very fun little tidbits that you learned and that you were able to take away from as you venture into PCSing and staying connected with family as you are a military family. And I cannot wait to hear what you have to say in the comments and the reviews and on social media about your experiences. Please share with me. I'm very excited to hear about that. And if you have any ideas as well for other types of staying connected to family and friends, then let's hear it. And I will talk to you next week. Thank you so much.
Bye.
What an amazing conversation that was. Thank you so much for sharing your expertise, your knowledge, and your skills with the Coaching the Brave community. We appreciate you so much. And for you listeners out there, if you enjoyed it and it really touched your heart and you thought of someone that it could benefit, share it with them. Thank you again for listening. I encourage you to review, check out my website as well, YovannaChase.com, and find me on Instagram and Facebook at Yovanna Chase Coaches. And I am here because I want to help you succeed. I want to help you be a more positive you. And right now, I'm doing a promotion where you will get a one-on-one holistic fat loss program. You can get a free 15-minute call with me. So if you head on over to my IG, under my bio, you can find that Calendly link where you can go ahead and sign up for that. I'm excited to speak with you in person. Oh my gosh, through this Zoom virtual life here. So if you are interested or know someone who might be interested in losing 20 pounds in 90 days holistically, please share, sign up. And again, I cannot wait to talk with you next week. Have a wonderful week.